Productions presents.
Alright. Today we're going to be reviewing the movies Paper Towns and The Fault in Our Stars. First off, the rating of the movies on a scale of 5, which we left out in the previous review. Paper Towns is a 3 out of 5. And Fault in Our Stars is 4.5 out of 5. Okay, so some of the similarities. The John Green read both the books and the movies. They have the same actor. His name is Nat Wolff. They both have, like, in some way, shape, or form, love is like what brings them together. And both movies have some sort of conflict with the love. And the love is both split at some point, different ways, but love is split. It is both teenage romance. In both movies, there one person or multiple people take a trip somewhere. It's friendships. There's at some point there's a lot of friendships with either one person or both the main characters. Or they're both heartfelt movies. Kind of tug at your heart a little bit. Some of the differences. There's different kinds of love. In Paper Towns, it's like he grew up with her and they kind of like formed this love for each other, but it's not like, I wouldn't call it like true love, but in The Fault in Our Stars, they meet and fall in love, and they know one of them is going to die or they're both going to die, but that doesn't stop them from loving each other. And the one difference between both of them, in Paper Towns, the love isn't split. By dying, it's split, she takes off, and then he comes back and just they're split up. And in Fault in Our Stars, Gus dies, so they're split that way. And in the Paper Towns, the main two lovers are best friends and grow up, and in Fault in Our Stars, they meet at an older age, so it's not a long-term thing. And in The Fault in Our Stars, the kids have cancer and they're sick, both of them. In the Paper Towns, there's nothing wrong with either of the kids. Yeah, that's it.
Alright, I'm doing Paper Towns. For the entertainment, I thought they did a good job portraying like the sad teen love movie. They had all the, he couldn't get to the girl, so he had to go find her, stuff like that. The educational, it taught you to follow your heart no matter where it might take you. He had to travel to New York to go find her. The artistic, they had good soundtracks. They moved the settings around a lot to keep the movie going. The plot was always had a continuous adventure. They were moving around, they went to parties, they were in the high school, different things like that. The plot stayed adventurous throughout the whole movie. The theme was follow your heart. The setting moved around, so the viewers didn't get bored with just watching them film at a high school or just watching them film at a house. It was all around. The conflict, he couldn't get the girl that he loved, so he had to set out and go find her, and eventually he did. Their budget was $12 million. Worldwide, they made $85.5 million.
Alright, I have The Fault in Our Stars. Some educational points for this movie is this movie can educate you a lot on like things about cancer because they show like some of the stuff they do in the hospital and the therapy they do. It also shows you a lot about relationships and true relationships. Obviously theirs was true because they stayed through probably the toughest thing, people dying, and they still were together, so that kind of shows how relationships, friendships can be real. This shows how to deal with hard times and like the families of cancer patients and the people who have it actually. And it just kind of shows you how they deal with it and how they go through it during and after the fight. entertainment, and this movie keeps you like your emotions up and down because at one moment they're good and the other moments they're bad, and it just kind of keeps you going up and down. Artistic, I think this movie had a great props and a good use of scene selection. The actors that John Green had were very good, and John Green directed the movie very good. Literary, the theme for this movie is Love Never Dies, and they had $12 million. They had $12 million for this movie, just like they had for the other one, and this one, Global, made $307 million.
Alright, some symbols for these movies. For Fault in Our Stars, the author, Peter, like, she expects him to be this man, like, before she meets him, like, the man bigger than life, all this stuff, but he's not always, like, your idols and your, like, dreams are not always what you want. So, like, he represents, like, not always what you want, and he has his he has a lot of rough patches in his life with the drinking, and you find out at the end that his daughter was sick, just like he basically wrote, I think it hints towards the book that she wants to find out is actually his life, but nobody knows that, they think it's false. And at Paper Towns, the t-shirt he holds up, it says it's not hate, it's heritage. It's just, it represents, like, it's not that anybody hates each other, it's just a culture that people live by, and they tend to see it as hate, but it's really not.
Alright, in Fault in Our Stars, Anne Frank is, it shows, like, how Gus wanted to be known for something. Like, they go and see her house, and she was remembered for, like, how her life during World War II, and they go and see her house, just like how Gus throughout the movie is talking about how he wants to be known as something. And then in Paper Towns, they have her trips show that, like, she's gonna have the attitude she wants to have, and she's gonna do what she wants because she's independent, and she's not gonna let people tell her what to do.
I had the cigarettes. The cigarettes were kind of like, they said that they're gonna put what's gonna kill them right between their teeth because obviously cigarettes give you cancer and they're bad. Don't do cigarettes, kids. And well, Gus, he would never light the cigarette, so he would never get cancer, but he would always put it between his teeth. That way he knew death was right there, and it could always take him away. And then Paper Town. The paper town, that means, like, they explained it, it's like a fake town that map makers make. Like, they'll make a map and there's, like, an empty spot, they'll put a fake paper town, and that's the town where she was in New York when they went to go find her.